So last week we did something. We had a practical joke that we've been planning for a long time that finally came out. Before we left the old studio down South Austin, we pre-taped podcast 350. And this was probably,
ages ago.
Over a year and a half ago.
It was before Michael's wedding. That's how long ago it was.
Yes. And so we pre-taped it, and we thought we're just going to act like it's November 2015. We knew when it would come out, obviously. So we're just going to pretend like it's November 2015 and play it with no context ahead of time. Watching people's reactions while that was playing live was fucking hilarious.
There was mass confusion.
It was so hard not to engage and not to not to say anything, just let it unfold and watch the mayhem go down.
Like mad about it, right? Or
some
frustrated?
people were convinced that we had recorded it that week, pretending we were in the past, pretending we were talking about the future. I was like, that's some Inception level shit. Like, I never even thought about that.
You know how you know that wasn't the case is because there's no way in hell you would let them use old cameras to record it.
Yeah, also, like, Michael lost all his muscle mass that he's built over the last year.
And his hair is completely different.
Yeah, and I didn't realize until I was rewatching it that night that Gavin wore the same outfit on that Monday that he wore when we taped that podcast.
Did he do that on purpose, or does Gavin just not have very much clothes?
He totally did that on purpose. Yeah. It's commitment. And like you said, Michael wasn't married yet when we taped that, but he knew they were going to get married, so he wore his wedding ring. He went and got his ring and put it on. We're like, what do you do? He's like, well, when the episode comes out, I'm going to have been married already. So
sly.
Yeah, he did that for one of the immersions too. I think the trials immersion we did.
Yeah.
It was the one where I was afraid I would break him before his wedding.
It was like a week before.
Yeah.
I was like, Lindsay, are you sure you're okay?
Oh, shit.
with
So
this?
Like, just fuck him up.
That's crazy to me then. We filmed that podcast before the trials immersion.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we moved in here a year and a half ago, so it had to be like 2 years
I
ago.
can't believe it's only been, Jesus Christ.
We wanted to do it for episode 300, but by the time we thought
over a
about
year
it, we were like at 265 or something.
Yeah.
And we thought it's way too close. Like 300 is not that far away. So like, well, let's just push to.
And 400 was too long.
No,
to
it
wait.
might. It was before 265 that we thought about it. Whatever. It was, but it wasn't. It wasn't very far in the future.
Yeah.
So we pushed it way out. We wanted to. So Gavin and Bernie's obviously out of town. Gavin and Michael are not here. But I did want to mention we still do actually have Gavin's burp bag. We were going to open it tonight, but since he's not here, we'll open it next week.
Wait, what?
Burp bag?
He on podcast 350. He burped into a Ziploc bag and said, we'll open this next week and see what it smells like.
Oh,
so we have a bag that he burped in over a year and a half ago.
do you think it's going to smell like anything at all, or do you think...
I don't know.
No. It
Surely a
definitely
Ziploc
won't.
bag is not that airtight, right?
Also, before he closed it, it probably all escaped.
No, it was pretty good. It was a
man.
pretty good burp into the bag.
You think so?
It's I mean, you could do the whole, like, you fart in your hand and cup it and, like, you can
Yeah.
throw it. Like, you can do that. That's a thing.
See, if I were him, I would have farted in the bag and then closed it up.
Yeah, but we're not going to smell that.
Yeah.
Why
Totally,
not?
that's disgusting, Barbara.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
You can't do that on command, right?
You can't.
No, I get.
Are you saying you can fart on command?
Sometimes. Most of the time.
That's no then.
Then no.
Prove
Not
it.
on command. I'm not going to prove it on Miles, I am a classy lady. I don't know if you know this about me.
You know, before the podcast, I have a ritual. I go out, I take my poop in the bungalow, drop the deuce. I stepped out of stage 5.
Wait, hold on, wait. You go all the way across the parking lot to the bungalow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs privacy.
The bungalow seems way less private than the, like...
There's a locking door.
Yeah, it's like your own
but it's like
individual
there's
stall.
like paper thin walls. It's like you walk in, everybody in the bungalow sees you, go in there for like greater than 30 seconds, and then you walk out.
As opposed to this bathroom where it's just one big room,
But it's
with
like
a bunch of
everybody in there
cracks
is taking
everywhere
a
in the wall.
shit. That is a place of business with a few paper thin walls. I don't know. I
I'm
don't
with
know.
Gus.
That's the only place I go take a dump.
Listen,
Well, there's sound check
the
too.
very few times I have
No.
used the women's restroom for that, it's been terrible and very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because
What,
there's
right
no
here?
in our bathrooms outside. Listen, if you're in the stall and you're sitting there not moving, people know what's going on.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Well, if you're in the bathroom, people know what's going on.
Yeah, but peeing is way less embarrassing than like I'm making a statement.
Neither is embarrassing. My thing is, I don't want to lock eyes with someone who's washing their fucking hands. I don't want to look another employee in the fucking eyes and have them see me with my dump face.
What is your dump face? What's your dump face?
I'm
look
not
like?
showing you. That's the whole reason I go to the bungalow.
I'm trying to think what mine probably looks like. It's
I
probably
think
like
this is most people's dump face.
I'd be afraid to be the guy at the sink. Because if it's like I accidentally lock eyes, it's like he thinks I'm looking, but now
don't
I
you
can't
just-
break my eyes.
Yeah.
because-
Just no, don't look.
I
Don't try
can't
to
stop.
look through the stall.
Whenever I take a piss here at the bathroom here outside stage 5, when I go to wash my hands, I don't look at the mirror. I intentionally I look down right at the sink, wash my hands, like my eyes are just like fucking locked down.
That's like a strategy for horror movies. Like you look up and there's gonna be a dead thing just right behind you. Just like, why are you watching me shit?
It's like a dead turd.
For a second, I thought it was why
when
you watching
when I
this
walked
shit?
out, the parking lot reeks of weed.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say something, but then I was like, maybe not. Somebody is smoking a lot of pot, or
And it's like super shitty skunk stuff.
Yeah.
That's really funny because I was in the kitchen and Carrie walked in from outside and he goes, "Were you just outside?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Someone's having fun out there." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "It smells like burnt food out there." He goes, "Doesn't smell like that to me." And I was like, "Well, if someone's smoking something, it's dank as shit."
Yeah.
I was taking a friendly shit talking to a person in the stall next to me, and Brian walked in and was like, somebody's smoking weed outside. And I was like, I'm going to check that out as soon as I'm done shitting. And sure enough, somebody was
Officer?
smoking weed outside.
Do you know, have you seen, what are they playing? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't think...
I was
not a
expecting
stoner
him to
movie.
say like
Stoner film.
Clerks 2 or something. Or Pineapple Express.
Women's competition.
Women's smoking
Sports
competition.
I think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is Tuesday night. Whoever told me that, yeah.
Makes
Yeah, it's
no
tomorrow.
sense.
I know.
It's like, oh man,
Monday.
Philadelphia's coming on tonight. Let's smoke. It's a sad movie.
You know-
if you haven't seen it,
That's why we're laughing.
it's a sad movie. I finished when I graduated. When I graduated, I was like, oh sweet, or I don't finish some shit. I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna watch a movie I've never seen before. Oh, a movie about Philadelphia. I wonder what that's about. I'm not gonna look up anything. All right, let's get some pizza and watch it.
What is that movie about?
Tom Hanks has AIDS.
Oh, boy.
Spoiler.
Shit! I haven't seen that
Yeah.
movie. Now I can't watch it.
Just be prepared. Like,
For the AIDS.
Oh shit, boy! Man, while we're on the topic, let's watch Rent. Why not? Where everyone has
oh,
it.
that movie sucks.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
pretty
god,
bad.
I want to hear you describe every sad movie plot in that exact same tone.
Sophie's Choice.
In that character. I haven't seen it.
What's it about?
I don't know.
Barbara, you do it then.
Yo, man, this woman has to choose between her children. One dies.
And she's like, you mean I can't get rid of them both?
Oh,
That's all I had.
There you go.
I actually
Wow.
have never
Random.
seen it, but I mean,
Trying to help.
people know the premise of that movie. I
I have
assume.
no idea. I know nothing about anything that matters.
You really don't know it's like picking between your two children?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the premise of the movie. Yeah, no, I don't know.
No, that is
I don't
That's
know
premise of
the
the
Sophie's
movie.
Choice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know nothing of value. Like I'm at the point now where I need to buy a car. That is the example I've used for the past 10 years when I describe to somebody what my nightmare scenario is the day where I have to go out and buy a car.
But you have
What
a
is
car.
nightmarish about it? Just because I asked, because there are to me there are many nightmarish facets.
Okay.
Nightmarish facets.
Sure. Okay. So,
a long day.
I'm spineless when it comes to talking to people in business. I'm just like, I'll be like, I want it for $5, and they'll be like, I'm thinking $10, and I go, well, that seems fair. Like that's
Or
what
you
I do.
negotiate them up.
Yeah, I'm just like I also know nothing about cars other than like I want one with good mileage, and that one's red, so that's cool. That's my knowledge of cars.
You should ask Aaron.
Is Marquis like a haggler?
He is just like a car expert.
No shit.
I don't know anyone who knows about cars more than he does.
But then I have to go up to another person and be like, "Hey, can you help me? I know nothing about this." And then that's a whole other
No, you
conversation.
should have Aaron buy your car for you, Miles.
Probably.
Send an adult.
Just
And
take
now,
him with
and then
you.
that means I need to sell my old car, and it's gonna be the exact same thing where it's like, I want this much, and the person will be like, I'm gonna give you this, and then I think
here's
to
what you
myself,
do.
well, it is old.
I have a beef
Use the bathroom.
with Brandon.
Oh, yes. And the podcast
I'm-
is
I'm-
great.
the only reason
Please.
why I'm here.
I totally forgot about this
He's
until
got a-
Barbara said that. Okay, my biggest pet peeve when someone texts, we have internal IM communication, right?
Yeah.
So my biggest pet peeve with that and with texting is when someone writes, "Hey, are you there?"
I do that sometimes to people.
Yeah, why is
the
that weird?
fuck do you do that? If you're gonna say something, just fucking say it. I'm not replying to that anymore. If anyone says, "Are you there?" I'm gonna see the message eventually. Just fucking say it. I'm not answering, "Are you there?" anymore.
I can't think of a reason why I'd say it, but to me, it makes sense. Like, I don't know.
I'm imagining.
Why would you even ask?
don't-
It's irrelevant. It's time-shifted communication.
God, I
I
don't
think
know.
it's
That
because, like, if you want to go talk to someone, you don't want to bother going up and like walking over to their desk if they're not there.
Yeah, but
no. You know what it
it's
is?
never how
No.
he does it.
You know what it is? It's like if it's like a long thing that I have to ask you or explain, it's like it saves me the trouble if you're not there.
Yeah,
at
but
all.
I'll see it eventually and reply anyway.
Or no, but then I'll have to find like another way to contact you. I was like, oh, I guess I'll text guys.
Yeah, but you don't do that.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but sometimes, most of the time, it's just are you there, and then nothing else. Or then I'll reply, yeah, what's up, and then nothing.
Yeah.
I've gotten those. I've gotten those from you. Yeah.
No, it's hard for me to see. Like we moved over to a different chat client,
Right.
and I rarely ever see when I have a message.
Oh, it's so easy for me to see.
Yeah, I
that.
use that all
So
the time
easy.
now.
Yeah, like
It comes up red.
I was talking to
It's
Brand
just
the other
like,
day.
it
I
like
was like,
bounces for like a second and goes away.
you can configure that. I was talking to Brand the other day. I was like, hey, did you see that really cool new camera rig that I sent you? He's like, no. I was like, I aimed it to you like a week ago. He looks like, oh yeah, there it is. Like,
Yeah. I don't
Hey, are you
like
there?
it. I do not
What
like
is-
it.
I love it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been it has improved communication at this office like tenfold.
I can send so many dank memes to Barbara now. It's great.
You can.
and
Dank indeed.
it's got integrated animated GIF support too.
It does,
pretty fucking
and that's
awesome.
the greatest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason that I use it all day, every day. I remember when the Funhouse guys joined on, we created like a Funhouse chat, and that was all we did in there. Just send gifts back and forth. It was great. I miss those days.
I talked about Madonna for
Yeah.
some reason.
It was a big topic.
don't remember
of
that?
conversation.
No.
God, the Madonna talk went on for like a fucking week.
I just remember we created a group called it was something like Sweet Music or something. It was supposed to be a channel where we could send each other like music that we listen to that maybe not everybody knows about. And Austin, one of our animators, was really excited about it. And then he saw that you got invited and joined. And then suddenly he got this crippling anxiety. He's like, "Fucking Gus seems cool as shit. Like, I don't want to post something." And then like he
Does
thinks
he
it
know
sucks,
Gus?
and then he thinks that I suck, even though he probably doesn't even know. Man, fuck, I don't even want to send anything. So then what Dustin and I started doing to try and get him to post again was we started posting music that Austin had sent to us and took credit for it, saying, "Hey guys, I don't know if you guys have heard of Tobacco, but their shit's pretty dope." And
should've-
Dustin and Kara would be like, "Wow, Miles, thanks for hooking us up with that. I never heard of that before."
You should have told me ahead of time. Then I would have been in there like, wow, Miles, this is the greatest thing ever. Promotion.
You have such good taste.
Yeah, I should have
Let's
absolutely
hang out.
included him on that gag.
So, okay. So speaking of this music group, I got beef here. I got more beef.
You are
beef.
fucking Wendy's.
So-
Gotta get it.
Dude, it's like Korean barbecue.
I never
Sorry.
accepted an invite for that group. It just automatically added me. I was just in it one day.
Yeah.
So, and my beef isn't with the music group specifically. It's with Brandon Farmahini.
What?
Brandon
What did
loves,
I do?
Brandon loves making groups to talk about something.
You do.
Go and talk
Oh
about
my
it,
God.
And then Brandon leaves.
What?
You
I
did
didn't
that.
leave.
Remember
You
the
fucking
5
did
nights
that.
thing?
Yes.
You do that all the time.
And now I can't leave that group.
No, if nobody's talking in it, then I shut it down.
No, you don't shut it down.
You leave.
No, it tells me I'm shutting
And then
it down.
we can't leave it because it doesn't exist because the creator left.
No, it didn't play it because I deleted it.
It's still there.
Nope, I'm still
Well,
in
that's
that
not
5
my
Nights of Virgin
problem.
notes.
I went by the protocol. I went and I was like,
Here's
guys,
how-
no one's using it. I don't want to fill up anyone else's thingies.
I'm going to tell you exactly what that thread consisted of, okay? Brandon Farmahini has invited you to join Five Nights at Freddy's immersion discussion. Hey guys, I made this group so we could talk about some notes.
I don't even know if he said
I don't
that.
even know if he said that, but Barbara just goes, "You know you don't have to create a group in order to have a group chat, right? You can just message the both of us at the same time and it does its own little thread." And then that was it. I think that's the only thing that ever got posted.
I never
me find
saw
that
that
thread.
message from Barbara.
Probably 'cause
I
you
had
didn't
no
check it,
idea.
Brandon.
I had no idea.
I was in that group too.
I had no
I know
idea that you
Barbara
could do
sent
that.
that.
I said that the second you invited me to that group. There
We
is
had
no
a
way.
meeting.
Unless
You
you
guys,
did-
you guys
Matt
are
Holm
stuck.
was like, "This is our new chat client. Fucking use it." And yet every time I go over to your desk, you're on iChat and shit still.
You guys are you guys stuck in that group?
Okay, let me.
Like
I'll read you.
cannot leave.
I'll read you this thing. Brandon Farmahini joined Immersion 5 Night Notes. So it's the 5 Nights at Freddy's we put out.
you
He
should
wanted
watch, by the
us
way.
to join. Gavin Free joined. Barbara Dunkelman joined. Lindsay joined. Gus joined. Chris joined. Miles joined. And this was all by invitation from Brandon, not by our own
Yeah, we
free
don't
will.
click accept. You just automatically put into it.
Miles says, yo. I say, you know you can create group chats now. Group's not necessary anymore. Just a heads up. Gus left immersion. Lindsay left immersion. And that's it. I can't leave the group because it says it doesn't exist. But it's still in.
Nothing, Brandon. Nothing.
It wasn't for me. It was like, because I wasn't posting the edits. It was for like, hey, put the edits here. Because like the way we like solicit like notes from stuff, it bothers me so much. It's so inefficient. So I was like, well, this makes sense. We'll make a group chat. People can post in here and bounce ideas off one another. And then I forgot about it.
Yeah,
Till right now.
There was one that you made over the summer. Like I think we were working on sizzle reels for RTX.
Yeah,
and you
called
made
sizzle
reels.
reels.
And it was like the same thing. Everyone joins. Then Brandon's like, "Hey, I made this group so we could talk about sizzle reels." Brandon Farmahini left the group.
I didn't leave it.
That's it.
That's not my fault. I deleted it for all of you.
I'm still in there.
That's not my problem.
So Brandon, this is an intervention. Stop making fucking channels.
You can make group chats now.
Okay,
It'll
I will
change
do
your
that.
life.
In my defense, I legitimately tried to delete it, and I did, but it just it sucks for you guys.
It does.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, that's like the bane of my existence. Every now and then I just go through like, all right, what am I going to leave? So pulling this back full circle, I didn't ever accept an invite to secret music group, but I don't want to leave it because I don't want to look like a dick.
Look, man.
People talk about it.
If
It's
our
like,
secret
well,
music
that's
isn't
like-
good enough for you, that's fine,
What
man.
I think is like people are active, they talk, and they're like, and I'm like, man, like Dustin thought enough to like ask me and invite me to the group. And I don't want to be the dick who's like, nah, fuck you guys. I don't want to hear what you
Oh
have to
man,
say.
I'm gonna go tell Dustin right now. Like as soon as this is over, he's gonna be so happy you actually care.
Like, I was like, so I haven't left the group because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Can't
That
you
I
just-
think might be the nicest thing I've ever heard you say in the years that I've known you.
Are you not able to like mute a group or put off notifications or anything like that? Like,
don't know.
for a
Oh no, you
specific
can
group?
mute a group. Not that I've done that.
I remember Blaine didn't like just some really dumb group that wasn't made by me. So he would intentionally join it and leave, join it and leave, join it and leave,
Wait,
just to make a
My
statement.
new
Yeah,
fate, my new.
I don't have very
What
many
the hell
group
happened to your
chats.
hand?
Group chats?
Oh, I broke my fingers.
Are you serious?
Not,
What?
I don't know if it's broken or sprained or jammed or what, but I have to.
a jammed finger, it feels like you would think
It
it's
does.
broken and it
there's-
does not
I
heal.
sent Patrick
for-
a picture of it.
Oh my god.
Oh, good. Oh my god.
That's the middle finger.
Oh, it's like a sausage.
It looks like I put it under like one of those magnify tools in Photoshop, but I didn't.
I bet it helps with the diddling.
Can you get over the pain of your fingers?
I am right-handed, so no, it does not help.
No,
Or
no,
hinder.
no added girth.
But I put my phone up on a ledge.
It's actually
in my
how
house.
She heard it, guys.
It's true. It was furious diddling.
I was a little late on that one, but
Put it up on a ledge, and then you know how when you put something on a ledge, but you don't put it on there fully, so it starts to tip. So I put my phone up there, and it started to fall.
Oh.
And I was like, no! And I tried to grab it, but instead of grabbing it, I just slammed my middle finger directly into the wall, and I dropped my phone. So it was a win-win
It
situation.
was a good day.
Yeah, it was a great day.
I
That
can
sucks,
see that. I can see
And
that.
there it is.
There it is.
That's not too bad.
In a really comfortable splint.
I
were having
jammed
a
my
rough
finger
day.
playing catch with Jordan.
That's
That's it. Like, that's the level of coordination. Just catching the ball.
When I lived with two friends of mine a few years ago, one of them was Mike, who was very athletic, and then my other friend was Doyle, who is not. And we came to the conclusion that he'd never played football in his life. Like, he'd maybe thrown a football once or twice, didn't know how to do it. So we decided it was like the first day of spring. We're going to go out. We're going to teach him to, like, have fun outside because he's a total hermit. And the first time we threw the ball at him to catch it, it jammed his thumb and he like broke his finger. he was just screaming, "This is why!"
And he never played football
I
again.
had to take him to like one of those like little like emergency room type places and like sit with them.
Your
and,
thumb's the worst, too.
yeah, he was just like he was just like
I used to
like
jam
a
my
scene out of a
fingers
movie.
all the time playing basketball
oh yeah,
throughout high school. It would be like one finger a month at least that I would get jammed.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you play basketball?
Well, it's like when you're like getting like someone's passing you the ball or you know you're going up for a rebound or
Sure.
anything. It just
Ugh.
or someone hits it.
You guys ever just for fun, just watch videos of people hurting themselves on YouTube?
No, because I'm not a sadist, Brandon.
What's your favorite? I have a favorite. What's your favorite?
Oh gosh, it's close. I definitely think the kids on the trampoline, because I used to have a trampoline, and there was this thing you could do called double jump.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's when like you jump and your friends jump right before you, and you take
hands
their
down
power.
the most dangerous thing you can do.
So
But the greatest jump in the world.
Of course.
These genius kids decided to combine the double jump with a basketball goal. So the one kid has a basketball. He takes a double jump. He goes like above the rim and then comes down and his leg gets caught in the hoop and then he falls down and it like snaps his leg.
Stop it.
And he's just hanging there. He's like,
So
and then they're like, they help him down. He's like, call the medic. Call the medic.
I can't. People hurting themselves is funny. People breaking shit and it being very visibly broken, I can't do.
Oh, it's also funny.
My parents got us a trampoline when my brother and I were little kids, and so that happened. I was out there bouncing one time. It was like way out in the back of the yard, and I was like trying to learn how to do flips and shit.
Yeah.
I don't do flips anymore. Just don't do that. That's a terrible idea.
Well, we used to play a game where the first person to fall off the trampoline loses.
It's a bunce off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I did a backflip and I went just, you know, that gap between the metal bar and like the whatever it is, the elastic shit. I don't even know what the fuck
The
material
trampoline
it's made
part.
of. Trampoline part. And then there's the springs that keep it connected. My leg went directly through that gap and I got whipped upside down and was by myself. So I was just like hanging there for a while, just eventually helped game. The double bounce was fucked up. Like I did it to my little brother, and he's like he like kneed himself in the chin from it. Like his lower body went, but his upper body just kept going down. It was just a you could hear like that.
Yeah, that's
sound.
the worst. Is the teeth clicking together. Yeah.
What's your favorite insurance
I'm
video?
going to read this, and then I'm going to see what my favorite.
Also,
I have a
my
favorite
favorite
too. We need to discuss.
Yeah,
these.
for being terrible people.
Yeah.
Speaking of not boring. Oh, here's your video.
Oh my god!
No! That went from like 0 to 60. God damn it!
Miles, you're so red.
But
It's gone.
all right,
I can't look.
we don't
I
have
need
to watch it
all right,
again.
no, we don't have to watch it.
No. But can you just pause it at his highest point?
No.
Don't play it. We won't watch the whole thing. But just look how high he gets.
I don't know what it is. Like, was he outside?
Is he in,
Sorry.
is he in
I
the
don't know what it
parking
is.
lot?
Like bruises, I don't give a shit. Like cuts, I don't give a shit. Fucking like fractures, compound fractures with a bone
got it?
sticking out, I don't give a shit. But if you see something is broken and yet the skin
Look
hasn't
at
broken,
that.
that's fucking disgusting. That kid got some ups.
Because
That
I got
safety
high.
net did nothing.
Because
So
I got high.
my favorite one is
Because I got high.
the German dude trying to do a cannonball into the frozen lake.
Oh my god! I've never seen this.
So it's like a frozen lake, and he tries to do a cannonball to break the ice into the lake, but the ice doesn't break, and he just screams, "Mine Assen!"
If it's the one I'm thinking of too, the fucking thickness from the ice gives off like a boom.
Yes.
Like somebody hit like the lowest note on a xylophone.
Is that his tailbone or something?
Yeah, I don't think we have audio out here, so you can't hear it. But yeah, that's
a great
and then
one.
Mine Assen is like gold.
Mine is-
I fucking rewound it.
I
And
want
watched
to
it
tell
so
you
many
what mine is
times.
because we might have the same one.
Is it like 3-second song and involves a little girl?
Oh no, but that's great too.
Go Bois is my favorite.
Oh, that's a
thing
good
ever.
one.
Go! It's a little girl commands her
Go
dog to
Bois.
go while holding on a leash. It fucking goes, and she goes on the fucking ground. Oh, no. Oh, we just watched the video.
Mine Assen.
Like hurts me.
heard that laugh before.
I'm sure he thought it was going to be awesome and so cool, and it's like, no.
Did he think it was
damn.
water?
That seems like
No,
a
I think he
stupid
wanted to
idea
break
too.
through.
He was like, oh sweet, a fucking iced over pool. I'm gonna break through that ice and go underneath this water. It'll be tight.
This would be a cool video. I'm gonna have a good time. There's a lot of horrible videos of people jumping in pools. There's only one video I've seen that was truly disturbing.
Only
Really?
one? You talked to me
That's
about
because
some really
you find
disturbing
most
things.
disturbing shit really amusing.
Yes. Gus and I, like on our first day, we exchanged like some pretty disturbing. But
Your first date.
I heard that too.
On his
day.
first day.
So-
First day.
So,
Heard it again.
do you know what Tub Girl is?
close.
Are you into that?
It was this kid, and I guess he was skateboarding because a ton of the videos when kids break over skateboarding, and he falls and he like lands on his arm and he pulls it up, and it's just like fractured. Like you see like it's like a cartoon where it's like a little like
I know the video you're talking
it just goes
about
like
'cause you
down
sent it
like
to me.
a smiley face, and he just says, "Oh, my arm is broken." That's it.
Yeah.
He doesn't scream. He's just kind of like, hey guys, look at this. And like that to me was terrifying and
it's a
creeped
shock.
me out.
That
You
shit's
usually
weird,
don't feel
yeah.
that pain if you're in that much shock.
Yeah.
It's a common thing.
What's your favorite?
Well, yeah.
Mine is it's a pretty old one. Like it was
Mariel,
one of
shut
the
up.
first like viral internet videos I could remember. It's the grape squashing one.
Oh, that's a good
Where
one.
yeah.
the lady's squashing grapes and she falls and she goes,
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't because she gets winded from falling directly on her stomach, I guess. But
It's like something out of The Exorcist. When she just possessed.
And then they cut back to the newscasters and like the studio. They're like, oh,
Wow.
that's so good. We better
I thought-
check
can
on
I-
her.